How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, my royal family, if you have not heard, 2 Florida deputies were shot last night. Actually, they were ambushed and killed. And let me get on my other computer here. Their names here was Noel Ramirez and Deputy Taylor Lindsay. So let's see here. Now they have identified the suspect, but they will not put his picture out yet. And his name is John Herbert Highnote. Was identified as the gunman who ambushed 2 Gilchrist County Sheriff's deputies in Torrance, Florida, shooting them to death through a restaurant window as they sat and ate a meal. Damn. The shooter found deceased from a gunshot wound by responders outside the nearby businesses. Let me scroll up here, because this story is still developing. And then the rest, it says the suspect was dead at the scene. It appeared he just walked up, shot them, went to his car, shot himself. That was it. That was it, my royal family. That was it at this point. So I have a little video to show the royal family.
Loss of 2 sheriff's deputies in a double murder. Officials say a gunman ambushed the officers yesterday while they were just sitting and having lunch. 29-year-old Sergeant Noel Ramirez and 25-year-old Deputy Taylor Lindsay and the man who apparently shot them were all found dead at the scene. Don Daylor is here with the investigation of this still unexplained attack. Don, a lot of questions here. Good morning.
A lot of questions. Good morning. The Gilchrist County Sheriff's Office has only 27 deputies, so the loss of these 2 officers is deeply felt. The sheriff describes their county as a family and says they will honor the fallen deputies by doing what they do best, serving and protecting their community.
Sergeant Ramirez and Deputy Lindsay were the best of the best.
Sheriff Bobby Schultz was emotional as he reflected on the fallen officers.
If you ever seen Sergeant Ramirez smile, infectious. They don't need to be remembered strictly for their untimely death, but they need to be remembered for the type of people that they are.
Sergeant Noel Ramirez and Deputy Taylor Lindsay were eating lunch at Ace China Restaurant in downtown Trenton, Florida, when police say John Hubert Highnote fired at them through a window. Deputies arrived at the scene to find the officers dead inside the restaurant and the suspect dead outside. The sheriff called the alleged gunman a coward, but would not say how he died.
What do you expect happens when you demonize law enforcement to the extent that it's been demonized?
The sheriff says the motive is unclear, but thinks they were targeted because of their uniforms.
The only thing these men were guilty of was wanting to protect you and me. I can sit here in front of all of you and tell you that I love them. And I'm proud to have been their sheriff.
Sergeant Ramirez leaves behind a wife and 2 young children. Deputy Lindsay leaves behind a girlfriend. Officers haven't said much about the alleged gunman, but we know he has a criminal history dating back to 1978 when he was charged with carrying a concealed firearm. That case was dismissed. State officials are supporting Gilchrist County with protective patrols as they investigate this attack.
And you were telling us during the piece that they never stood a chance, which makes it even more egregious that they could have been killed just because they were wearing a uniform.
Yeah, we don't know if there's any kind of connection between the officers and the man who killed them at all yet.
Senseless. Yeah, really senseless. Thank you, Don.
And a reminder of the bravery, what it takes just when you put on the uniform.
That's right.
Good point.
All right, my royal family, let me shut this down. First and foremost, what I want to know is why they have not shown Highnote's, that's his last name, photo. See, I always get suspicious, or the royal family always gets suspicious, when y'all don't immediately identify, because y'all already know who the person is. You already know if this person has a criminal record. All of that is already out. So just show the person's picture. Now, I heard what the sheriff said, that this has a lot to do with how people view law enforcement. It's how law enforcement treats the public, especially black folks. We can't lose sight of that. And they are not willing to look at how they police our communities. And it is their duty and responsibility to be more professional, because we need the police. And it is a damn shame that these 2 officers got slaughtered like a dog. But it's also a damn shame that my people get slaughtered like a dog every day. Now, this is going to affect their families. So their families gonna feel that pain like we feel that pain. I don't like seeing people get killed. It doesn't do anything for my psyche, even though I don't like the police. It does nothing for me. But there is that but factor. As the police continue to treat us the way they treat us, more of this is going to continue to happen. But I'm still wondering why we're not seeing the person that slaughtered these 2 deputies. I'm wondering about that. So I know that there will be a follow-up story, because we already know in the royal family 9 times out of 10, and I could be wrong, when they are not quick to show the photo of the killer, they are usually Caucasian. Usually. But if it's a person of color, they will put out their information immediately. So I'm on the fence. So we shall see. I will do a follow-up on this later this evening, my royal family. So anyway, my royal family, render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, my royal family, I thank you for your love. I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.